Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. And in this video we're going to be having a look at the Samsung Galaxy Watch. So this is the unboxing and first impressions video. The full-on in-depth review will be coming out soon. As you can see here is the Samsung Galaxy Watch in all its glory. And I'll be telling you my first impressions of it and what I think of it. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So here with the Amazon Prime box, completely unopened, purely new, and if we get our unboxing knife here and open it up, there you go, there's the actual box inside. Looks pretty neat. It's in this weird plastic cover sort of thing, and anyway, here's the box. It looks pretty clean and pretty minimalistic. Looks nice, I'm liking it so far. So if we just open it up from the back, and by the way, here it just says Bluetooth, GPS, Wi-Fi, 42mm case, just some information on the back that you guys can read if you want to. So if we open up the back, and there you go. Wow, that's looking really clean. Like honestly, one of the best unboxing experiences yet. Great first impression. So already in the hand, it feels pretty high quality, pretty good. Nothing cheap. And inside here is a power cable, so this is power to micro USB cable. And here inside, if we open that up, oh okay, so that's a band for the watch, an extra band from Samsung, which is really nice for me. I didn't see that coming. And in here is a wireless charging dock for the watch, so that's really good. That's important. And this is just one of those leaflets that every company has. If we close the box, which is actually really hard, there we go. Yep, closed. Awesome. This is another package. It's actually a band for the watch, a different band that I wanted to order. Here is the packaging for it. Pretty simple, nothing extreme. And if we open it up, pretty neat, not too much as well. And there it is. So it's a black stainless steel watch band. It's magnetic as well. I think it's called Milanese. It will be linked in the description below, but yeah, it looks pretty neat. We'll see how it works out. And yeah, so back to the watch. Build quality is great. It has this turning bezel, which is an amazing selling point. Shit. This is so hard to take off. There is too much plastic on this thing. God. Finally, there we go. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. There's a sensor on the back, which does all the health things. On the front is the bezel, and on the left hand side is the speaker. Next to the iPhone, it's pretty thick, but you know, compared and to a normal watch, it's not a lot thicker, especially considering it's a smartwatch. And on the right hand side over here are the two buttons, everything in a stainless steel design. So this is what it looks like on my hand. It looks pretty clean. It doesn't shout on a smartwatch the same way the Apple Watch does. And if we power it on, so yeah, it doesn't. It's pretty classy. You can wear it to any event, I guess, and it looks pretty good. And you can also choose your watch faces apparently, and get your own band like I did. So if we press welcome, it's asking us to open a Galaxy Watch app. So you gotta download that if you want to. And there you go. So if we just open it up and start the journey, and then press Galaxy Watch. So you're gonna want to press connect, obviously, and it will start loading, and then pair, and then click the tick on the watch to accept, I think. And there you go, it's that simple, it's already paired, so that's really cool. So if we just tick all the agreement boxes and then press done, and I will sign into my Samsung account and I will be back. So yeah, see ya. So over here, if we have a look into the software, you can see, like I said before, there are many different smartwatch faces. So that's pretty clean, and you can choose between them and customize some of them, which I think is really clean and, you know, really nice. And if you have a look into the settings over here, if you swipe down, you can see you have brightness, which varies a lot. And if you have a look into the settings, you can see they crammed a lot of stuff into the smartwatch, which I think is really good. You can also control the ring, for the ringer, so the ringtone, like phone calls. You can choose notifications, you can do the system, and all of that sort, and media. And you also have an app drawer, so you know it's packed. It's got everything you need, and you can have your own setup widgets. You have weather. Yeah, you can have Spotify, and you can choose what you want. You can have certain activities for like the gym. You can have your reminders. It's very good, and you can clear all your notifications, which will be sent to you through your phone. And if I double tap and say, what time is it?
The local time is 15:08.
There you go, Bixby just told me. And if I say, hey Bixby, how are you?
Better. Now that you're
So
here.
that's pretty cool. Now if you have a look at the app is pretty clean. You got your storage, your RAM, everything. You have your settings. You can have a look at all the apps you can download for the watch. So you can have just normal apps. So if we click on that, and there you go. For example, Spotify and this YouTube app that I have, this is something I downloaded from the store. Or you can download your own watch face, which is really nice as well. They're all in the Galaxy Watch app. And something that I thought was really cool that I just want to show off here was stress. It tells me how stressed I am, which is actually surprisingly accurate. And you can check in the Samsung Health app, based on like your past events and stuff, how many times you've been like all the stress levels that you've been like in the past, which I think is really cool. So yeah. So first impressions wise, they're actually really good, because this is my first smartwatch, so I can't really compare it, so that's why some of my opinions might be a little obvious, I guess. But from everything I've seen so far, first thing I'm really into is the display. It's got a 42mm round Super AMOLED display with a 360 by 360 resolution with 278 pixels per inch. It's a great display. Samsung have always made the best displays, and when I look at the display, it's really good. You kind of forget that it's small, because you focus onto it the way I wouldn't focus on other displays. It's just a really good screen. And Samsung have done something really smart that I've noticed, where the display is actually quite a bit under the glass. So like a real watch, when you look at it from an angle, it looks 3D. It doesn't look like the display is just like right up there. And you'll be able to see there's actually kind of a shadow between the glass and the display if you look carefully. The other thing that I'm really into is the build quality. So it's a stainless steel and glass design fully. It is great. The stain is great, but from what I felt there, the build quality was great. Holding it in my hand, it just felt like I was holding a real thing. It didn't feel cheap whatsoever. And straight out the box, it was really nice as well. But like the actual unboxing experience, the way it was presented, and I know it might not mean a lot, but first impressions wise, when you look at a box, that can really make you think about whether it was worth it or not. The other thing also kind of involved in the build quality is the bezel. So this rotating bezel over here. One of the smartest things they could have done. They took advantage of that watch shape so well. And there are also many games that take advantage of that as well, using that round display and having the bezel there. It's really smart. It's a really easy way of scrolling around without getting your fingers in the way, so that's really great. And it does have IP68 water and dust resistance. I'll tell you guys about that in the upcoming review, because I'm not too sure about it yet. And the always on display, what I've noticed is it's automatically set to not have an always on display. I don't know whether that means that Samsung are trying to make you avoid using it, maybe because of battery life or any other reason, but it's kind of weird because it's a watch and it's expected for it to always have an always on display, because come on. So far, when I'm just scrolling through it, it seems pretty fast. No slow, not really any lag, no lag actually. It's pretty clean. There's nothing wrong, and that's because it's powered by the Exynos 9110, which is a dual core chipset. Another thing I noticed is it's got 4 GB of storage, but a lot of that storage is already taken up by the system, and it shows you that in the app. So I think there could be more, but I'm never having a smartwatch before, I don't know how much storage I'm gonna take up. But there are apps you can download your music from Spotify, so we'll see whether that's important. It's also got 768 megabytes of RAM. It's got NFC, which is great for when you use Samsung Pay by just taking your watch up to the till. It has a built-in speaker, of course, and the speaker is really great. Here's gonna be a sound test.
You look at me, babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul.
It can actually get pretty loud. There is distortion when it gets really loud, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's got GPS, and sensors wise, at the bottom, it's got that wireless charging connectivity, but also in the sensor it's got an accelerometer, a gyro and a heart rate, and a barometer. And another thing is it's got a 270 mAh battery. Don't know how that's going to be in a watch. We'll see in the review. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know what to do. But leave a comment down below on what you thought of it as well. And if you did enjoy it and you want more videos like this on tech, definitely subscribe and click the notification bell to get notifications. A Nintendo Switch video will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. So, see ya.